In this module, we're going to explore conducting decision tree analysis. A decision tree is a useful tool for defining, analyzing, choosing between several alternative decisions by understanding the outcomes for each. It's a tree diagram visually displaying alternative decisions, including the probability, expected value, and outcome for each decision. And it also may be used in combination with other decision-making tools such as a Pew matrix or a solution selection matrix. It may be useful if it's necessary to make a decision among several alternatives or if the decision will result in considerable expense and potential risk. Now here are some examples of the symbols we'll use in creating a decision tree. The first is the decision node, and we'll use this to start the decision tree process. Then there's a chance node. This may split off if there's different probabilities for each decision. The end node will be the terminator of our decision trees. Then there's the alternative branches for the multiple decision options. And then if we reject an alternative, we'll use these two hash lines. And a P for probability, and an EV for expected value, and the dollar value for an outcome utility. So let's talk through the decision tree process. First, we'll define the subject for which we must make a decision. And inputs to the decision tree may include goal setting, solution selection, determining a course of action, creating a strategic direction, or solving a problem. Then we'll document the subject of the decision tree on paper or a flip chart or even an electronic format. We'll add potential decisions to the decision tree subject. Then we'll add probability and outcome for each decision. We'll then validate that all decision choices, probabilities, and outcomes have been considered and are added to the decision tree. We'll analyze the decision tree to determine the best decision choice using the probabilities, outcomes, and expected values to support the final decision. Now here's an example of a decision tree diagram for a software solution. Our two alternatives were to build the software ourselves or to purchase the software. And then for each of these alternatives, we had either an on-time probability of 65% or a late probability of 35% for the build option. For the purchase option, our on-time was higher at 85%, our late was lower at 15%. However, the total costs are different. For the on-time probability to build, our total cost is $225,000. If it's late, it's $375,000. For our on-time probability to purchase, our total cost is $250,000, but our late cost is $400,000. We decided to choose the on-time to build option. And to achieve the on-time, we decided to put mitigations in place to try to elevate this probability to a higher level. If we can do that and we can build it on time, it will provide us the least cost option. So that's an example of using, a simple example of using decision tree for a decision between build or purchase for a software solution. So don't forget to download your complimentary Excel toolboxes, and those are located at valuegenerationpartners.com. Select the downloads page, and each of these types of initiatives has a corresponding toolbox containing several templates and tools that you may wish to use. So wishing you much success in using decision tree to make and choose between several decision options.